What's up, guys? I just wanted to show you guys what it looks like for me to create a baptism interview shot. This is something that we're doing for our church that will be played on a weekend experience like a Sunday morning. And basically we just wanted to create a backdrop that was sort of not necessarily dramatic, but something that was compelling and aesthetically pleasing. And so as you'll see just from this image, if you look to my left, I'll put some B-roll over this footage. We have my key light. This is a Nanolite Forza 60, which means it's a 60 watt light that is a key light. Here we have just a practical light. If you're super technical, the white balance on the key light and the white balance on this practical, they're not the same. And in a professional experience, that would be bad. But for me, this is just kind of something that nobody else is going to notice that other than, technical filmmakers like us. So this is a practical light. The Kelvin is probably very warm, whereas the key light is a consistent daylight, 5600 Kelvin. To my left, I just have a sort of like a hair light. It's very soft. It's also, the Kelvin is probably around 7100, but that's just to kind of get the shadow off the face. And as you'll notice, you'll see some shadow across my shoulder, and you'll see some shadow behind the practical, of course, but that's sort of intentional because we just want to make the footage look very aesthetically pleasing. And so this is a very, very cheap, very affordable backdrop for any sort of interview process. This is just going to be, to give you perspective, we're going to probably have about 6 people sitting in the same chair. I'm not going to show them just for their privacy, but they're going to be able to sit here, talk to me behind the camera. They're going to get a very beautiful shot of their face and really just a way to communicate why they're getting baptized. And so for this, the backdrop works phenomenal and it just looks really appealing. And right above me, just out of the frame, I have a boom stand with a microphone. I'm not sure exactly the specific name of the shotgun mic. I know that it's fairly dated. However, for this scenario, it works phenomenally. I have it in some sort of noise diffuser, I guess, for microphones, but it's just a way for me to be able to hear the subject, a really clean audio that I'll be recording into an external recorder to where I can then sync it with the ACAM, and then it will sound really good for a video. At the end of the day, this backdrop is very affordable. I think the actual plastic poles that you see that has this backdrop is around 70 bucks. The paper itself is around 50 bucks. Now, if you go into the specifics of the equipment that I used, there's for sure way more affordable options for a key light, our shotgun mic for our audio, as well as the camera as a roll. But there's also ways that you can do this for a fraction of the price to make it look very good. So if you consider the key light with the softbox, I would say is around 450 bucks. The shotgun mic itself in total is probably about $350. The Zoom recorder, maybe around $200. The key light, the hair light is around $70. And then not to mention the A-roll camera is probably around $4,500 if you include the lens, but if you don't include the lens, it's probably around $2,500. And so this is just a way for us to communicate to our congregation the story of their lives being changed. And this is the backdrop that we're using, and it's very effective. And what I've done on the floor around me, just so that I can do this in future opportunities, is I've gap taped exactly where my tripod is, where the key light is, where the shotgun mic sits, as well as where the hair light sits. And this is just a way for us to be able to do this monthly, because we try to do baptisms at least once a month, maybe once every 2 months, because it's just effective and it communicates to our congregations that lives are being changed. And at the end of the day, this is just a tool that we're able to use to communicate to the congregation. So I hope you found this video helpful, and I'll see you next time.